Hello, it's Polish Pol VR, welcome to the channel. We are here today to review Red Matter 2 for PlayStation VR2. The game is out already on PlayStation VR Store, you can go buy it and download it. If you're thinking about it and want to know more, stick to the review, I let you know everything you need to know about this game. Starting from the story. Once again, you stepping into the shoes of Sasha, who is the agent, and you being awakened by another undercover operative, and you are tasked with uncovering the secret of the mysterious Red Matter. The second game picks up where the first one ended, but you don't need to play the first one because everything is explained to you. Story takes place in this, let's say, Soviet Cold War era world, and everything is kind of inspired by old Soviet stuff, and it shows in the game, adding a bit of originality to this product, making it easily recognizable among many sci-fi games that are out there. This one definitely is one of the more original ones. Now, when it comes to the story as well, there is not that many characters you're gonna meet, if not any. It is a solo adventure in space, and it shows the maybe feeling of loneliness, if I can say that. Of course, you're gonna talk to the people via your communication device, and this is gonna be another operative. Also, what you're gonna do, you will see some holograms and talk to some kind of sarcastic AI. And that's about it. Most of the world is showed to you and presented to you via very good environmental storytelling. So, let's move on to the presentation. This game was already out on Quest and PC, and as we know, sometimes Quest ports can suffer, let's say, well, not that great graphics. I'm happy to say this is not the case with Red Matter 2. First of all, the game looked great on Quest. It looks even better on PlayStation VR2. If you're appreciating good graphics, then this one is for you. Now, if you played Resident Evil Village or Horizon Call of the Mountain or Gran Turismo, then you definitely saw the better graphics on PlayStation VR2 and you saw what PSVR2 is capable of. Saying that, those graphics runs very smoothly. This is one of the only very high quality games that runs at 120 frames per second, so it's super smooth. The textures are sharp, the resolution is super sharp and crisp as well. So even though maybe you saw the better graphics in other games, you didn't saw the level of the smoothness and sharpness as you're gonna see in Red Matter 2. And those graphics, what the developers developed, they still very pleasing to an eye. So definitely worth checking out just to see some awesome scenes, being on an alien planet, looking up on an alien moon, looking up, seeing Neptune, for example, going outside, seeing Saturn. You know, it's a space exploration adventure. You're seeing a lot of beautiful locations. Now, let's move on to the maybe audio design of the game. Since we talk about the graphics, let's talk about the sound effects, the voice acting, the music. And I'm happy to say, first of all, I need to give big shout out to the soundtrack. It's amazing. It gives so much to the immersion. If you like 70s, 80s sci-fi things, then you definitely gonna appreciate it. How nicely this soundtrack combines with those type of art style presentation. And how nicely it's changing depending on location and what's happening on the screen. Like I said, there's not many talking characters, you're gonna hear yourself, you're gonna hear your friend, but that's about it. Saying that, they both acted very well. And then you've got some environmental elements and how the things make noise when you're touching them, when you look at them. And I must say, everything, just like graphics, just like story, is very high quality. Now let's talk a bit about VR design of the game. In the end of the day, this is a VR game. If you play the first one, you're gonna be familiar, let's say, with controls, because you'll be holding in your hands devices that help you grab things, shoot things if you want to, analyze things, hack things, lighten things because it's got torch, and also flares launcher which brights up darker areas. So thanks to addition of those controls, it's all things so immersive because you of course holding the controls in your hand. They are very similar to your PSVR2 controllers, definitely adding a lot to immersion. Also, when it comes to VR design, I always like to see physically based world, and when you move stuff around and when you interact with, everything got its own weight, everything feels distinctive, which means everything feels more realistic. when you're solving many puzzles of the game, this element definitely comes to play. There is some physical objects you have to move or manipulate. Also, you've got a bit of stealth, you've got a bit of shooting, and also a bit of platforming, surprisingly. So there is a lot what's been added to this game. When it comes to comfort options, you've got full service here. They're giving you everything. You can even set offset of your controller. Not only that, you can choose the blinders, switch them on off, you can have smooth turning or not. Also, you can have walking speed, depends how you want it, click turning, teleportation, everything is here. Even the combat difficulty you can adjust. So they gave you every single option you need. Now, with that out of the way, let's maybe talk about some negatives. Not many, me here nitpicking. The biggest one, definitely I'm not the fan of the combat. It's here, it's not overstay, it's welcome, and it's not that much of it, so I take it. The stealth elements I enjoyed a lot, and the puzzles are great as well. So from the negatives, definitely combat, autosaves. Sometimes maybe I felt like they not spreading off as a father and person who's working a lot as well. I would like to be able to save whenever I want, saying that it wasn't too intrusive, let's say, but on a couple of occasions I have to repeat few steps due to the autosave system. Saying that, that's me just being very nitpicky. Going to the final score, giving my final, let's say, impressions of the game, there's no doubt about it that this game is a must buy, especially if you're into the puzzle / adventure games. If you don't have it yet in your catalog, go and check it out. It is a great game. For more PlayStation VR2 news, reviews and everything else, stay tuned to the channel, and for now that's it. Bye.